Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Manifesting Monday. Hello, everyone. Hi, Brandy and Deirdre. Blue this morning in the house. I love it. Hi, Annie. Thank you all for sharing this out. I'm trying to get my phone to stop making noise, and it just won't cooperate. So I don't know what the deal is, but it's going to ding. So I'm just going to pay attention to you all, and hopefully it will stop dinging. Oh, good morning, Sue. Yes, it is Manifesting Monday. We're going to manifest away. Good morning, Leo. All right, so hand on your heart and slow down your breathing. Let's add in some love. Just bring that love energy right into your heart. Wrap somebody up in your arms and pull them close. Put a smile on your face. These are the things we do in the morning. It's a beautiful morning routine, isn't it? To share love and receive love from somebody, from lots of somebodies sometimes, because I get a heart filled with love when we come on here. There's Magi saying good morning to everyone. And Annie says, "Oh, sweet Annie. It's a joy for you to have you here to be with us and shine your light." And Blue says, "Blue Cat is watching the phone closely, waiting for birds to fly out of it." I can only imagine the look on her face. And hello to my Pocket, my Gruffy and Raz, and especially to my sweet Gizmo, Lulabelle, and Wizzy B. Good morning, Pat Moss. Yeah, Magi is, I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she's being joyful or if she's just wanting attention this morning. She's been rolling around on the floor. Magi, you can say, there she goes. She's practicing gymnastics now. She's a ball player, so we have to do that every day. And now I think she's working on jumping and rolling. Brandy says, "I like that. Manifesting Monday. I'm manifesting my butt off. In prayers, we find the funds to move. Found the perfect place for us." Well, bring it in. You put the hook out there. You've hooked it. Now reel it in. That's what we're going to work on today, is manifesting. And good morning, Julie Kiss. All right, so where's our Andrea? Andrea Gregg, I don't see you yet. Hopefully she's here because it's story time. And yes, we're doing story time today because I love the message they gave us last night. Good morning, Charlie Coons. All right, so somebody nudge Andrea. Let's see if we can get her in here. And thank you, Blue. Yeah, let's get her in so she doesn't miss story time because I know how much she loves it. So we'll do a cheers while we're waiting for our Andrea to come in. Ooh, that's some hot coffee. At least I have coffee, so I am not going to complain. Alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and get started because we do need to talk about manifesting. The message is called A Heart Hug from Jesus. People wait all week for Friday, all year for summer, all life for happiness. And I can't pronounce the guy's name that says that quote, but it looks like Abhishek Shukla. But it's a beautiful quote, and it's so true. It's like, can Friday please hurry up and get here? And it may be Monday, but we're still saying that, right? And there's our Andrea. Awesome. There are times when I'm led deeper into meditation, and as soon as it begins, I just know it's going to be profound. Today was one of those days. There's a place I go as I drift from the 3D space that my physical body inhabits that I call the void. It is here in this space that things become clearer because there are no distractions. Normally, everything is pitch black, so there are no shapes or forms to anything, and I just float along, listening to the silence. In today's experience, however, I saw pinpoints of light, almost like tiny stars in the night sky. As I approached one of these pinpoints, it expanded, and I could see a circle of people that I was very familiar with from my life. Some were in their spirit bodies, while others were still in human form. I was, hold on. I wasn't sure why they had shown up, but I felt a need to apologize to some. As I started asking for forgiveness, a bright light appeared, which I saw was Jesus. He directed me to stop. My response was that I needed to receive their forgiveness for things that had taken place between us. Yet he was insistent and lovingly said, "No, you don't. There is nothing to forgive. Look at your heart." And as I looked at my heart, it was shining forth like a radiant star, which was a perfect match to his. He held me in a heart hug, which, if you are not familiar, is placing yourself heart to heart with another. He encouraged me to see people, not situations, and in so doing, to look at their original divine blueprint of pure, unconditional love. This kind of love holds no judgment, no anger, no regrets. It simply is. Dear angels, I often wonder what the world would be like if we could all embrace this experience together, leaving aside judgment and simply accepting each other as pure love. Our worldly experience consists of contrast and polarity. Is it possible to rise above that while we are still in our human incarnation? Dear ones, yes, it is possible to rise above the contrast while still in your human form. But to clarify what this means, it's necessary to look at your purpose of being human. You chose to have experiences that would assist the evolution of your soul. You said your sacred yes for the purpose of soul growth, and therefore each experience is important. However, you are not defined by your experiences. You are a beautiful soul, divinely created, pure, and whole. To transcend the polarity of the human experience is not about becoming indifferent or detached in a way that negates your experience. It's about living in the world, but not being of it, as you know, many of the spiritual teachings suggest. This transcendence is a journey, not a destination. Some days you'll feel like a master of this dance, and on others you might step on your own feet. But each step, each stumble is part of the dance. You are not being judged by how well you dance. However you do it is perfect. So stop judging yourself. Just enjoy the rhythm as you allow others to enjoy theirs. Seek that connection with the divine, whether you call it God, universe, source, or simply the all that is. In connecting with this higher power, you will remember your eternal nature. It's this connection that helps you see beyond the temporary contrasts of life to the eternal dance of unity. The Angel's Whisper. We invite you to embrace your journey through the contrasts. Know that each moment of darkness adds depth to the light. And remember, the goal isn't to escape the dance, but to master your steps within it, finding harmony in the heart of duality. Keep dancing, keep learning, and keep loving, for in the end, love is the bridge that transcends all polarities. Ooh, today I promise to fully embrace our loving Creator as I dance heart to heart with each experience I encounter. I loved this time with the angels so much last night. It was the perfect end to a day filled with spiritual experience. And it was so very beautiful to really see that it was okay. Whatever happens in our experience, it's okay. And so many times we judge it as not okay, right? So many times we say, I wish I could do that over again. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't good. And we look at other people in our lives and we judge them as not being right or as doing something that they shouldn't be doing. We judge our interactions with others. We judge our relationships with others. And this whole message, it's all about allowing. Just allow the experience. That's why we're here. And I said, wow, okay, we're not here. We're not here for everything to go perfectly. We're here to learn from the imperfection as we see it as imperfection, because Spirit sees it as absolutely perfect. So if you're just coming in and you didn't get to hear the message, or you want to hear it again or read it again, you can go to angelspeakers.com and read that message, because I thought it was pretty profound. And I'm so glad Andrea made her way in for the story time. I'm looking at messages as I'm talking. Brookie came in. Good morning, Brookie. And there's Sherry. And thank you so much, Sue, for listing the link so people can watch the 7-generation healing that took place yesterday. I've led it so many times now, and this one felt really profound as we did it together. Jennifer came in, and who else? Leo, you just got your new book. Yay! Good morning, Kathy Hand. Good morning, Michelle. And who else? Anybody else come in? Auntie Jean, there you are. Joanne. And Andrea says, great message and whisper. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Kathleen Caputo, good morning. And Sherry says, a great Monday message. Aw, how sweet, Brookie. Yes, I learned the heart hug, oh gosh, so many years ago from my friend, Carrie Klingon Butcher. And I had stopped to visit with her on my way to see my sister in Kentucky. And she taught me the heart hug, and I've been doing it ever since. You don't do it the normal way you would think that you hug somebody. Usually we reach out with our right hand and we pull them in and go this way, but instead you go this way so that you're heart to heart with that person. That's a heart hug. Oh, Blue Cat's still listening. Blue Cat, I want a heart hug from you. Good morning, Hope. All right, so Kuan Yin says, goes over there, an oasis of hope, just as our hope arrives. The success that seems impossible, start that over. The successes that seem impossible are all the more precious for their unlikelihood. These are reminders of divine power, the triumph of hope, of winning against the odds. Remember that life thrives, hidden even in the desert. Do not give up hope. Believe in the inevitability of your beautiful destiny. Ooh, I love that. Oh, okay, Blue. Thank you for that. Oh, I love Bob Marley. Hope says, how was yesterday's Zoom? Totally missed it as it was my nephew Reese's 16th solar return. You can watch the replay of it, Hope. It's on both YouTube and Facebook, and Sue posted the link so you can go find it. It was beautiful. We had an amazing room full of people that did a lot of work going back into their ancestry and clearing and cleansing, and we cleared ourselves in a big way. I love that. And Hope says, on a brilliant note, 333 arrived. Such a lovely compact Bible. Oh, it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love it. I love it. What can I say? These angels outdid themselves with this one. And I can't wait for this to be in more hands. I saw Leo got his. I'm just so happy that they're starting to arrive, you guys. All right. So we are going to do some manifesting. You ready? Are you ready for this? I'm excited because I love talking about manifesting, and Michelle is on with us this morning. And I know that Michelle is a master manifester. She is so beautiful at teaching things to help us and remind us that we are deserving of whatever it is that we have in our wheelhouse, whatever we see as something that we want to call to us. So let's do that. Cheers, everybody. Oh, Brandy, I just saw your message. I love that song. Three, Three Little Birds is one of my favorite Bob Marley songs. All right, so I am manifesting, getting my throat clear here this morning. Yesterday, in the morning meditation, Ruth and I were shown a little vision how to visualize clearing ourselves. And that is the big tip for today's manifestation. Sometimes we think, oh, I've cleared, I'm good, I'm ready to receive now. And we say words and we might pray about something, or we try to call it in with a prayer or meditation. But we were shown the importance of clearing ourselves before the manifestation is going to show up for us. So let's do that before we even start to talk about what it is you want to manifest. If you missed all of that and you missed the 7 generation, then this will sound new to you. If you were there for one or both of those, then you'll understand what I'm saying. So what we did, we used a mason jar. Is everybody familiar with what a mason jar is? If you're Southern, I know you'll know, but there may be some who are not aware of what a mason jar consists of. And it doesn't have to be a mason jar. It can be just any jar with a lid on it. So what you do is you close your eyes and visualize that you are walking into a room. Let's say we're all going to walk into a place that has an altar. And if you don't know what an altar is, it is a special place that you sit with energy. It could contain gemstones. Like I usually have a gemstone. I have a new one that's a Metatron's cube, and this is an Andara stone. I usually have gemstones. I might have a bell or some type of something that makes noise, especially if it's beautiful noise like chimes or a singing bowl. But it's just a special place that you designate as your sacred space. So let's all walk into our sacred space, and you don't have to go there physically right now. Just envision that there is one and that you're going into that room. And there's a shelf just as you open that door and come through. On the shelf are these jars with lids on them, and the lids are closed. So I want you to pick a jar, one jar off the shelf, and see what it says, either on the top of the lid or labeled on the jar. It might say something like anger. It might say guilt, shame, blame. All these jars are sitting there. So just pick up a jar and open the lid and pull that out of you. Whatever is in there, whether that is some anger that's unresolved. If you have the anger jar, just stick it in that jar and tighten the lid and set it back on the shelf. And continue down the line on that shelf. Continue to pick up a jar, and whatever is there, whatever emotion, whatever thing to give over that comes into your hands, just do this process. We have to release what we don't need, what's not for our best and highest good. We have to release that. Once we do, we're a clean vessel. So let's just give a moment as you walk down and just pay attention. Look at what's on the shelf, and then put anything that you don't need into its jar and just leave it there on the shelf. You don't need anger. You don't need fear. You don't need doubt. All of those things are going to stop your manifestation. So as we work with releasing, sometimes it's not easy, is it? But here's the kicker. If you're wanting to hold on to those low vibration energies, is that more important than getting what it is that you do want, that which is for your best and highest good? Just think about that for a minute. Is it more important for me to hold on to my anger because I feel justified in holding on to it? Is that more important than, let's say, having financial stability or bringing in more love in my life or getting a new job or being able to travel or to do the things I want to do? This is where we have to be discerning, and we're the ones making these choices. Nobody's forcing us to let go of anything. This is a decision that we make. So this is your choice. You have free will. If you don't want to give up those emotions, that's just going to push your manifestation farther away from you. If you want to see transformation and see things start to change and receive what it is that your heart desires, then you'll decide what you want to let go of. If you want to let go of all of it and have a clean slate, that is the best way to manifest. If you want to hold on to something, then yeah, you'll still manifest. It just may not happen as quickly as you would like for it to happen. So if you want to share what you let go of, we can hold that up for you. We can hold you with your clean slate and your clear vessel and congratulate you for taking that step of letting go. And if you don't, there's no judgment. This is your journey, just as the message said from the angels. This is your journey. And however you live that life, however you encounter it, that's a culmination of all of your choices. All of your decisions have led you to where you are right now. So letting go, that's the big manifestation tip of the day. Letting go, being clear, knowing that this is something that's for your best and highest good, is to let it go and Kathy, you said your jar is reluctant to change. Brandy, your jar said hope. Well, don't take that hope out of you. This is the exercise we're doing, is releasing what's inside of us that we don't need. And you want to hold on to hope. Perhaps there's not an accident there. Perhaps it's a hope that says, I don't think I can, so I hope I can. Sometimes we say it that way. So let's let go of not feeling like you're able to manifest. And hi, Prachetta. Sherry said, I let go of shame and anger. Awesome. Congratulations. And good morning, Isabel. Pat Moss, let go of envy. Okay, so I'm letting go of any insecurity myself. And yeah, I know I seem calm and collected on here, but there are my moments of not knowing what's going to happen and allowing myself to go down that rabbit hole. And especially, I got kicked in the stomach over the weekend, not physically, but it set me back. So I'm letting go of that. I'm letting go of insecurity and manifesting confidence that I am being taken care of and everything is working perfectly. Andrea picked up the jars of fear, guilt, and anger and let that go from her. All right, let's tighten those lids. We don't want that coming back into us. So now the next step is to walk. Walk to your altar. Walk to that sacred space that's only yours. It can be in your mind. It can be that space you go to when you meditate. And just sit silently. In my mind, I'm sitting in a yoga position. And Brookie, you would be so proud. And as I sit there, I'm not going to wish or hope for what I want. I'm going to claim it. Once you let go of what you don't want, then claim your magnificence. Claim those things that you say you want, those things you desire. And a big part is feeling like you're worthy. Well, you are. You don't have to do anything to earn that worthiness. But as we clean our vessel, we realize that our worthiness might have gotten hidden underneath all of that shame and blame and fear and insecurity and the anger. There you go, Brandy. Put it in the jar. Make sure it's in that jar and closed up tight. And Brookie says, maybe I saw things that were a bit confusing to get rid of. Love, life, and give are the three I saw. And maybe it was guilt around those things. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we have survivor guilt when we lose a loved one. Sometimes as we're living our life and happy and joyful, we might stop and think about others who are in need, those who don't have, like the homeless. So yeah, I understand that, Brookie. And so we're letting go of any judgment at this point. That's what that's all about. And that's what Jesus said is, no, you don't have to ask forgiveness. You don't have to go into that low vibration. Just know that every experience is, and it's neutral. It's not good. It's not bad. There's no judgment about the experiences. And Blue, of course, you're floating. You're always floating. Other is the full. My jar that says other is the fullest. Oh, I get that. All the other stuff. Yeah. So as we sit at our altar, I want you to place your hand on your solar plexus. It's right here at the top of your tummy. You can't see mine, but it's just under the heart. I want you to say, I am worthy. Now say it again. I am worthy. This story that we tell ourselves, it starts with I am, and then we fill in that blank. So if you want to manifest and you want to have that sense of worthiness, this is the key. I am worthy. So keep telling yourself that. Keep sharing in your solar plexus area, because that's where your personal power is. Keep sharing that I am deserving. I am worthy. I am a child of the divine. I'm a child of the king. Ever how you want to word it. Just make sure you understand that you can let go of everything, but you need to understand that you are worthy. You are deserving. And when you finally get that ingrained in you, up here and in the solar plexus, then you're going to start to see, because the saying goes, you'll see it when you believe it. I want you to hear that loud and clear. You'll see it when you believe it. The belief is, I am worthy. I deserve to have financial stability. I deserve to have those golden coins coming my way. I deserve to have love in my life. I deserve to have respect. Whatever it is that you're calling to you, I am worthy is the first step. And then I deserve this, whatever this is. Whew, doesn't that feel good to know your worthiness, to understand more fully that it's so simple? Letting go of judgment, letting go of that low vibration energy of fear and anger and shame and blame and guilt and da, whatever it might be. You're letting that go so that you can be all that you can be. And yes, say it that way. I can be all that I was meant to be when I came here in this earth. We came with an original blueprint. We came with love, pure, unconditional love, which holds no judgment and holds only the joy. And wanting that joy is what happens our whole life. You know, the angel said this is the year of joy. And to find that joy, then we release, we let go, and we bring in our magnificence. Brandy, it can be in your mind. It can be something you visualize in your mind. And that's the place you go to when you do your meditation, when you do your prayers, your connection with your higher self. Just go to that place. You don't have to physically go anywhere. Just be in that space of sacredness, because this is a sacred thing, a sacred journey that we're taking to manifest what we want. So we're taking it seriously. That's the whole idea. So today I manifest more confidence. I have some phone calls to make to try to rectify a situation, and I'm going to go into it with confidence, and I'm going to see an outcome that is for my best and highest good. And yes, Andrea, we are going up, 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 higher yet, to that place that is only love, only pure, unconditional love. And when we have cleared out everything, we're going to resonate with that area inside of us that's pure, unconditional love. And Blue, the little Fae are messing with you this morning, aren't they? And that's another manifesting tip, and we'll work on that one next week, is having fun, laughing and playing. And Blue says, yes, Brandy, you can also create an altar when your eyes are closed. Absolutely. All right. So are there any questions? Do you all understand the exercise that we just did and that you can repeat as you go through your day? Yes. Imagination is just a thought. We create with our thoughts. We create with our words. So as you are, quote, imagining it, you are creating it. And that's how things come to be. If you can imagine it, then you can have it for real. So just let go. Don't put any limitations on yourself. Don't make this complicated. That's what the angels always tell us. You humans are always complicating things. Keep it simple, sweetie. And that's what manifesting is. It's keeping it simple, knowing that we don't have to do anything. But in order to have this manifestation show up in our life, this is an easy breezy, easy peasy way to quickly let go and bring in the manifestation. Max loves getting into everything. I know he does. Oh, Brookie, you're going to create an altar in the basement. Yes, yes, there you go. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a tough one, and it affects the journey that I'm on. So things need to be handled, and I need to um, get clear on what's going on. Uh, yes, isn't it wonderful? You remembered last week's manifestation, and did you all use it? Isn't it wonderful that Brookie has an altar in her basement now? Isn't it wonderful that Brandy has exactly what she needs when it comes to a living space, and it's the perfect one? Isn't it wonderful that Deirdre's eyes are working perfectly and she has the health that she needs? And the same for Blue, and the same for Kathleen, and anybody who's dealing with eye issues. Isn't it wonderful? And it's amazing to me and interesting that sometimes we get the same thing going on physically that somebody else in our spiritual family has going on. And just yesterday, Ruth and I both discovered that we had something going on with a tooth, and we were both in pain. So, yeah, that's just the way things work sometimes. So, manifesting release from anything that's not working right is a judgment, not working the way it could be for our best and highest good. Um, Blue says, Brookie, no need for a challenge. Just build your metaphysical altar. Maybe have a candle here that is linked to it. And when you want your altar's presence, just light the candle. Your altar is always with you. If not, a candle, maybe incense. Or you can put it up higher on a shelf if you want to have that space that you can look at so that it's out of the little guy's reach. Kathleen, keep it simple is so important. I frequently overthink things, working on changing that. Well, maybe put that in a mason jar and put that lid on it to stop overthinking. And Michelle, yes, yes, yes. Isn't it wonderful? I love it. All right. Isn't it wonderful that we did our manifestation and just now you'll see it when you believe it? Write that down somewhere. Somebody put it in the comments because that's so important that we will see it when we believe it. And it is time for our prayers. So we're going to manifest some answered prayers today because we are all up on that high vibration. And Deirdre has given us the daily prayer. But first, I see Kathleen says, my altar has a bell to call in the angels, a statue of Raphael, a plate that says create, candle stones and crystals, and I love it. Oh, I love that. What a beautiful altar. I have a mobile altar. It's in the Angel Mobile, and I get lots of comments on that altar. And one of the things I'm manifesting is peace. So that, of course, is on my altar, along with love and the angels, feathers, all kinds of angel feathers. All right, so thank you, Deirdre. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, and support for our country, the United States. Boy, that's a biggie with support, all the things that's happening right now in our country, and praying especially for those who lost their lives over the weekend and their families, um, all of the tragedies that are taking place across our country. Thank you, Julie Kiss. Prayers for all in need. And if Sally were here, she would add in prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, those who think they are unloved, the homeless, those who are in need for the basics of human survival. All right, so let's go into our hearts. If you want to add any names in, just type it in the comments and I'll add them into our prayer list. But right now, let's just go into our beautiful, amazingly clean and clear energy in our heart because we've let go of so much. I certainly will, Kathleen. I will take a picture of that altar and share it with you all. And thank you, Brandy. Prayers for all touched by dementia in their lives. And also want to mention those who are touched by suicide, those families that lost a loved one and what they're left behind with. Okay, breathe in and release. Feel how light your body feels. When we've let go of so much of that low vibration stuff, we feel like we could just float up, up, up. So let's do that. Let's do it together. Hold on to somebody. Reach out and grab somebody's hand because we're going to float. Let's just let our energy float up, up, higher and higher yet until we feel like we could see the earth beneath us. Just look back or look down as you're holding on to each other in a circle. Look down and see our beautiful Earth Mother. And let's send love right into Earth, into the core of Mama Gaia, into all the individuals walking on her back, into every being that's there. And we want to send love especially to those leaders making decisions about peace. And let's see them with hearts that are clear so that they can be a conduit to bring peace in. Let's look down at that earth and see, maybe you see your own self walking on Gaia. Maybe you see a loved one that you're concerned about. Send love from this higher elevation as we drift above the planet. We can bring our focus to any place on that globe. We can bring it to the UK and send love down to Hope. Prayers for her to physically be the best she can be. We can move it over to India, put our focus there. And with laser-focused intention, we're going to send love down to Pachetta, Pachir, Little Goofy. Maybe you can find your place on this Earth planet. Send love to where you live, all those neighbors that you have around you, to your government, those who are maybe creating some discord. Send love to them. Let's float over the areas where there's been some tragedy. Let's float over the Appalachian Mountains, North Carolina, Kentucky, Carolinas, both of them, Georgia, Florida, sending in love, sending in hope. Let's float over the Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia area, sending in love. And then let's move over to California, where all those fires cause so much damage, sending in so much love energy for rebuilding. Let's fly over Colorado, still rebuilding after years of living through that fire that happened out there. Wherever your focus goes, just send love in that area. Let's go up to Michigan and send love down to Sally and Tony. Let's float over New York. We have lots of New Yorkers that we always appreciate and love on. Wherever you find on that planet that you're looking at, just let that love flow from your heart. I'm floating it down to Kentucky right now to my family. So maybe find yours, find where your family is, and send love there. And now let's gather those desires, those prayers that have been expressed or held in our heart, and let's float even higher yet. Higher and higher, up, up, up we go, bringing the prayers right to the Creator that I call God. Doesn't matter what name you give that highest being that exists. Let's honor and praise and do our diligence that we came here to do as a family. We're lifting each other, and we lift these names right to the Creator, asking for all to be seen and acknowledged and loved, and then answered for the best and highest good of all. And we don't have to stick around. I know we want to. It's so awesome to sit with this energy. But let's come back into this earth plane, leaving all of that with the Creator and trusting, believing that there will be a change because we will see it when we believe it. Didn't that feel good? Okay, so let's love on each other. Love and gratitude. That's how we do this. And I just want to see if there are any prayers that we need to add to our prayer list. Oh, thank you, Sue. Sue is so awesome at sharing out what's going on. I love that. All the happenings. Isabel, prayers for all in need today, for peace and protection in the United States and Europe. Thank you. And Julie's going to start us off with a thank you. I love you. And Sue is asking prayers for Boulder, Colorado to calm the high winds and stop the fires. Well, there was a reason I mentioned them as we were floating above the earth. So yes, let's keep them in our thoughts, please. Jennifer, prayers for all in need. Kathleen saw me surrounded by angels as she sent me love. They looked at me and said, "We've got this." Oh, thank you, sweet one. Okay. Travel prayers for Brookie's dad as he's on his annual Florida adventure. Awesome. And Kathleen sends love every day to all who are suffering and to those who have hearts that have not opened to love and might not be able to receive or give love. Let me get Leo playing for us, and thank you all, everyone who put your comments in there. So much love to you.
It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go,
Come on, come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters.
We love you too, Brookie and sweet Mac. Hi, darling.
Full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Yes, Brookie, thank you. It is. So full of joy.
Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of
Full of
joy,
joy.
every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe.
And do you all remember the AAA dance that Leo taught us? Get ready. Cup full of joy. Cup full of magi joy. Where'd you go, Magi? Magi. There you are. He's up on the couch with the tail wag going on. Okay, here we go. Accept, align, allow. Triple A, y'all.
Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Joy. Manifest that joy. Happy dog, happy dog, happy dog. Are you a happy dog? It's a happy dog. Good. Come on, here. Come on, say hello. Woo! All right, all right, all right. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Stay in your heart. Oh, there's Jim. Jim here at the end saying thank you. I love you. Love you so much, Jim. And I'll see you all tomorrow morning on the Morning Cuppa for a thankful Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday together. And I want to hear some manifesting stories. I want to hear how things came to be for you after you let go and reel it in. You put the hook out there and you're reeling in that manifestation. I love you so much. Bye, everyone.